Welcome back to the Stoop, football fans. It's your boy Lolo. I'm here with Mark again. We hope you guys enjoy this recorded piece, but if you guys want to be with us live and chat with us and be all in the comments section, you can join us every Friday for happy hour, trivia, football, banter, nonsense. Lots of nonsense. Every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That is midnight in the UK. Come join us, have a beer, talk some trash about other people's teams. But for now, enjoy this piece and hit that like button, the subscribe button. Here we go. Mark, your Wolves. You destroyed Manchester United. And I know 1-0 doesn't seem like a destroying of a team, but you guys were so much better for the entirety of the match. Are you just like, I want to know, are you like flipping out over the moon about this? Or are you like, that's what I've fucking been talking about? Like, well, where are you on this?
Well, let me tell you, this is what I would call a quality win, even though, United is not, they're a shell of themselves. They're a shambles, absolute shambles. I mean, with all that talent and all that money that they put into the team, and they fired Ollie and brought in Rangnick or whatever. I don't even care about him. Rangnick.
Yeah, what they do, they Rangnick. There you go.
I'll just let Nagy have that rant, but it made absolutely no sense to me. They are so much better with Bruno Martinez or Bruno Fernandes in
Bruno Martinez.
Is that he's so good.
Of Bruno Mars. Amy
you
Martinez.
No.
I heard Arsenal's actually linked with Bruno Martinez.
So. I hear so as well. He's going to be the new. He's going to be the new keeper because that keeper you have is trash. No, listen.
Oh, we're going to get into that, son.
Listen, my friend. I'm very, 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 very pleased with my Wolves. This was a quality win. It was a good 3 points. You're right. The score does not reflect. We do not finish well in the final third. We will get there because we are unbreakable in the back third. We house the middle. I mean, we're just doing it by attrition. We're putting 5 in the middle, and we're not even completely healthy. We don't have Ait Niori. We got Marcel playing, doing very, very well, but we were able to push forward, and United wasn't able to go over the top on us. And when they did, we were able to get bodies back quick. Lage has worked on the back. Lage has worked on the middle.
When you guys
now
lose
it's
the ball,
the front. We got to get a couple of key players in. We got to figure out what to do with Traore. He was totally key.
He was used perfectly today. Are you kidding me? I thought he was used perfectly. We've been saying this for well over a year, Mark, since Traore first popped on the scene. Was my plan with him. He's a 70-minute guy. When there's jelly legs out there, you throw Traore at, and that's exactly what they did. It doesn't even have to be a good ball over the top.
Yeah, it just got to get there.
He's going to make you run another 30 yards, even if you get to it. You just ran another 30 yards, sprinted.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys, the recovery speed that you guys have when you lose the ball. That's something that that you remember last year we were on Leeds about that. About you guys are scrappy and knocking the ball all over the place, flying up the pitch. But when you lose it, you're quick to get it back. And I think United just could never get in a flow in the match.
Right. Now, isn't there a style of play that there's a name to? I think it was it was created with some German coach where it's if you lose the ball, you go back and get it rather than retreat and get back into your defense.
Are you trolling right now, Mark?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Are you absolutely trolling the Gegenpress?
I think yes, the Gegenpress. I think that's what we do.
They're saying Rangnick invented.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I'm not trolling.
You
but
are.
we fuck it. I'm trolling. fuck it, you know. But we were solid, you know. It's like, you know, Podence is back healthy, and
He
he's
looked
our
good. He looked good.
creator. He's our
Yeah.
creator. Now I know that they gave it to Moutinho. You know, he's having a great season. But Podence was in my mind man of the match. He was
Look,
everywhere.
a situation like this, Mark, and I know, you know, I know you haven't been watching football for forever and ever, but a match like this where you clearly have a man in the match in your head, but it goes to the guy who scored the goal. Um, it's a lot of times that's a really good sign, because it means there's probably 4 or 5 people who could have been man of the match.
Easily,
So the
man, for
guy who
sure.
scored gets it. Because it doesn't always go to the guy who scored, you know.
Right.
So Podence was clearly not statistically, like mathematically, that man of the match,
Right.
like that big
Right.
of a gap. But
Hell, it could
either
have
way,
gone to
I digress.
it could have gone to Jose Sa for that matter. I
It
mean,
should have.
his stops were just
The
money,
last play of the game.
as they've been all season long. Oh my God, heart
The
and
last play
throat
of the
when
game.
Silva kicks his boot up in the air and nearly kicks that guy in the face. And I was just like, please don't be in the box. Please don't be in the box. Please don't be in box. Because all the people on my chat that are watching along with me are being like, Man United penalty coming up.
Late penalty coming. Yeah,
Late
95th
penalty
minute. We
coming
we
up.
were all we
And
were
I'm
all
just
ready
like,
for it.
and I'm like, please no. Please don't do that to me. Let me savor this moment. And then sure enough, damn near, you know, a matter of centimeters, you know.
And honestly, a free kick from that range, and you have Bruno Fernandes and Ronaldo standing over it. I was like,
it was in. Sa
oh
just
my
made
God.
a phenomenal save to win the game, to win the freaking game. And just the elation on Sa's face when Cody heads the ball out, and I'm screaming at the screen, you know, Mike, you fucking cunt Dean,
blow the
whistle already. And it was like, because I've dealt with that. Where it's like, first of all, I felt 5 minutes of stoppage time was a little bit much. You know, I thought maybe 3. I didn't see 5, but Mike Dean didn't let it go on, as he's been notorious to do, to let it just kind of trickle just a little bit. Let's see what happens. But he blew it like as soon as Cody cleared it. Those 5 minutes were up, maybe 4 seconds over, and game over. And the look on that team's face is like, you know what? We got one. We got one on a quality team, and
You
no
know,
one's taking it away from us like they did it with the City game.
you know, Mark, it was I texted you right after the match and said like something like it's been coming. You guys have been playing really good football against really good teams, and then I actually looked into it, and you've given up 2 goals in the last 8 matches.
Yep.
And that was in 2 different games. Those were the 2
City,
games you lost.
Was
everything
City
else,
and Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah. And during this time, you've played Man City, Liverpool, Man United, and Chelsea, and Tottenham,
Burnley. We played Tottenham,
Burnley, and Brighton.
No, Brighton,
Leicester.
Who did we?
That was 0-0.
Play?
But listen, I looked at it. You've scored 3 goals, and you've given up 2 goals in the last 8 matches
for 12 points.
Oh my God! If you could score a fucking goal, like you would be like leapfrogging Chelsea at this point, because they're terrible. They're garbage.
Right.
Nah, geez.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, we got Southampton next. You know, that's a good team to score some goals on. But Forster's going to be just as tough. You know, he's a good keeper.
Just as tough as David De Gea? No,
I don't necessarily say he's as tough as David De Gea.
Okay,
but he's a tough goalie.
No, we'll see. I mean, basically, all I got to say is, look, I've been slightly praising you week after week about your defense, but never really like being like, okay, yeah, but at any moment it could have torn open. At any moment it could have torn open. And at any moment someone's going to put up 5 on you guys. And it keeps not happening.
Nobody has done it. The biggest, the Aston Villa scored 2 on us. Brentford scored 2 on us, and Crystal Palace scored 2 on us. That's it. That's it.
You guys actually have a 0 goal differential.
Thank goodness.
At 14. You have 14 goals for, 14 goals against. You are competing with Man City on goals allowed. They have 13. And just to let you know, they have a few more than 13 goals for. So can you guess how many goals for they have?
I think it's somewhere in the 50s.
It is definitely in the 50s. It is 53. So they have 40 more. They have a plus 40. And you guys are
we're
right
not
there,
winning the league.
Even money. Even money.
We're not winning the league, but look, if we finish 6, 7, 8, I'm gonna be really happy. First year, we have first year manager who's never been in the Premier League. First year keeper, never been in the Premier League. I'm over the moon over the results.
Yeah.
And I think that he's slowly building. The Wolves definitely have an identity, which is certain some teams can't say. And it's one of those things where Lage started in the back and he's moving up the pitch. And I think the problems in the final third will be fixed. I'm very confident. You just don't take 19 shots and have 6 or 7 on target and only get 1. That doesn't happen. I mean, that happened today, but it doesn't happen week after week after week after week. At some point, the law of averages fixes itself.
One can hope. And we keep saying Raul
hope
Jimenez
springs eternal.
Listen, Raul Jimenez is a fantastic striker, and he will click on at some point.
I'm beginning to wonder if he will.
He's not playing good football, though. His overall play is bad right now. His
terrible.
Passing is bad. He's got a bit of an attitude, which and I think he's fantastic. I love Raul
I
Jimenez,
do too, but I'm beginning to wonder on whether or not he fits in the Wolves system. I do. Look, he was brought in by Nuno and was played in a system. Then he gets hurt, misses an entire year, comes back and has to deal with a new manager and a new system and some new players that weren't there for him, that aren't there for him now, like no Neto, no Johnny, no Matt Doherty. Even though Doherty was gone 2 years ago, really, I mean, Raul didn't play last year, as far as I'm concerned. He had a few goals, but he didn't play last year. And I think it's been a very, very difficult thing, and I think out of respect and out of acknowledgement of the horrific injury that he went through, he's allowed to continue to start. But I'm beginning to think that he's not a good fit for Wolves.
Yeah, I think he needs a partner up front. I thought he did better with Wang up front.
Unfortunately, he tore his butt.
Yeah, so I think he suffers from that a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you're forced to do a lot of other shit, and you guys are such a defensive team. You're so far back that every attack is like so fast, because it's like go immediately run away. So if the ball even starts to get lost, you guys are already retreating. And he's like, what the fuck, like not getting any help. But listen, you guys start scoring some goals, and we're gonna be fucking worried about you.
Sky Sports is going to be talking more about us than just like 2 minutes, because I watched that. I watched that post match. I watched that post match. It was 2 minutes about the Wolves, and then 25 minutes about Man United and their problems. It pissed me off.
Well, good.
But hey,
we hardly talked about them at all, because everyone else has talked about them ad nauseum. So let's wrap it up and move on to the next match. What do you say?
Let's do it.
And thank you guys so much for watching. We've got tons more content coming out all the time. So hit that subscribe button and click the bell, and you'll get notified every time we decide to release a video, because sometimes they're at like midnight. And if you're sleeping, you want that chime in your ear and you go, oh, those crazy dudes out in Brooklyn are talking. That's us.
That's us.
Oh, and click these buttons too. These videos.
Click all the buttons. Click all the things.
Yeah. And like it as well. Yeah. Tottenham sucks.